Okay, so let's start with some of the questions then. We'll start with one that actually came in through the email. There's a pure golf training member called Ben, and he'd like to know if you could give us some insight into Geoff Ogilvy's practice routine and golf-specific fitness regime.
Is he talking practice routine as far as pre-shot routine, or just general as far as how he goes about his practice and his preparation, do you know?
I think he's speaking more about the practice and the preparation part.
Practice and preparation. With preparation, Geoff would hit more short shots in practice, in as much as he does a lot of work on his pitching in particular, which has been very obvious that that's the strength of his game these days. He spends more time on that. Generally, Geoff is not what we call a practice fairway rat. He doesn't spend an awful lot of time on the range. Geoff prefers to do a lot of work actually playing practice rounds. So Geoff would normally practice in the morning. So the highlight or the majority of his practice would be on the shortstop, work his way into his longer game, and then go out and play holes of golf. He's actually a member of Whisperock in Phoenix, which has a number of tour players that are members there. One of the reasons that Geoff joined that club was so as he knew that he could get regular games of golf, and of course the boys tend to put a few dollars on the side as well, so that keeps the competitive juices flowing. With his fitness regime, Geoff, for his cardio work, he loves riding the bike. He does a lot of bike work, a little bit of swimming. He hates swimming, but he still does a bit of that. And then does most of his work is injury prevention. It's interesting trying to watch golf and talk about it, but the work he does is on his core, a lot of functional training. Does a lot of work on the Swiss ball. That's a kind of car throwing right just away the putting green. A lot of work on the Swiss ball. It's said flexibility. He has a personal trainer that travels with him most weeks. That works with him full time and travels with him. But as I said, a lot of the work is really on functional movement. So it's a matter of keeping his body flexible enough to enable him to swing the club, prevent injury. Not a lot of weight work. And as I said, fitness on the bike. The reason for the bike is that he does a little bit of running, but mainly the bike is because there's no jarring on the joints, obviously, when you're riding a bike, whereas the running is not always good for the joints of the knees, hips, ankles, and obviously sometimes the back. So that would give you a fairly broad description of Geoff's general preparation.